Good evening and welcome to Icewind Dale, Rime and the Frostmaiden here on Proficiency Bonus. Where is my thingy? I'm a compassionate and oh so loving DM Sarah. Before we begin our episode tonight, I would like to thank some of our sponsors that have made this and other shows on our stream possible. Twitch, Streamlabs OBS, and Little Dragon Corps, our Canadian neighbors to the north. Type in !Little Dragon in chat for more information, because if you use the coupon code PROBONUS at the checkout, you'll receive a 10% discount on your order. Also check out Cardboard Castle Gaming, which is !CCG in chat for more information about them. They have all sorts of tabletop and card-based games for you to peruse. And here we go. Last time on a very special episode of Rime and the Frostmaiden. Let's see. Let me unmute our players too, just in case they have anything to chime in. The battle continued with the lady. Let's just call her the lady of Lake Dinashire. Ermin, who was previously possessed, was down from shots from. Oh my god! I wrote Armin in my notes. Yes, I am so sorry about that.
Hey, that guy shows up anywhere.
I am so sorry about that.
That's true.
You really got to be careful when putting on your shoes sometimes.
Oh man.
He's just so likable.
I'm sure everyone in this party would absolutely love him.
They would obliterate him. Like, they'd be like, cutting words for real. Xander, who was strangely previously possessed, was down from shots from Farewell, who knew why he was acting so strangely. He'd also mysteriously aged 30 years older, so that's fun. Immediately after this happened, the lady possessed Gray, who ran from the town hall with plans to unwillingly drown himself in the loch. After wrestling and some battle, the lady was defeated and currently plagues the adventurers no more. Inside the hall, Kavik managed to somehow finagle himself above some beamwork and columns and stuff like that to get a closer look at the giant figurehead made of charlatan, and may have sparked something deeper. As the gang reunited, they went down the stairs to see where everyone was, only to see some people in a room who claimed to be guards. But they defeated these imposters and freed Speaker Wayland and Captain Imdra of the guard. As they were preparing to hand over the cauldron and leave town, a woman ran into the hall crying about how her daughter had been kidnapped by Suffolk, a usually harmless, simple-minded trader in the area. Suffolk had come to town, killed the guard by viciously tearing out his heart, as per other murders that had occurred in this area, and left with girl Chelsea. The adventurers went after the madman and followed him to a cliffside. There Suffolk tells them that he knows that the lotteries for human sacrifice were rigged, and that Chelsea was supposed to be killed in Carrick-o-Nig, but her and her mother fled before it could occur. After I used the right word here, Evander's persuasion and deception caused much confusion in Suffolk, and he stabbed himself in the heart and was no more. Investigating the cave where the incident occurred, they found a heap of Durgar skulls and discovered some potions in a bag of holding. They left the valley with the young girl in tow, and that's where we left off. And so it goes. Adventure, you are heading back to town, which was only, I think, a couple hours away, so we'll say you're making your way back to the stable westward post area. And, so you see the town guards run up to you. You're on your axe beaks, I believe, and Gray has his sled dogs and Chelsea in his arms.
That is correct. I'm riding on the. You said we could ride on the sled together if I was like holding. Yeah.
So the guards run up and thank the gods who found her. Is she alright? Where's Suffolk?
Yeah, he's dead. He
really dead.
That's
Was not
By
by
his
our
own-
hand, though.
By his own.
That's so odd. He was such a nice guy for so many years. He wasn't the brightest fellow, but he meant well. And over the past few months, he seemed to be more and more frantic in his speech and his thoughts. He had some conspiracy in his head, but he wouldn't tell anyone what it was. And then he just
It
came home
appears
today.
that he thought this town was cheating the system, as it were. And, well, when people think that their situation is rigged, they'll do unspeakable things against your, I guess, society and civilization as a whole.
I understand. Sort of, not fully, but alright.
Well, let me ask you this, sir. Have you noticed a similar sort of behavior in anyone else? Any other sort of kind, bumbling folks starting to act frantic, as you put it?
Not so much. The winter is getting to everyone, so most people are depressed, to be honest.
That seasonal depression.
Right,
It's
that's a comfort for sure.
It is a disorder. I had a happy lamp. This is not the temp guards. The DM has a happy lamp.
Well, maybe the town should get a happy lamp.
I know,
That's
they
not,
really work.
That's not by burning a person.
I put it on at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, just when it starts to get dark. Put in that happy lamp, and you feel a little more energy.
What, pray tell, is a happy lamp?
It's a light with UVA, UVB rays, so it mimics like the UV from the sun. So once you get some of the natural sunlight, it makes your body feel more awake, for seasonal affective disorder.
Oh,
Always.
heck, Kavik can make one of those.
Yeah, always
You know?
always make sure you're feeling good, viewers at home, and be happy. Alright, so that's my plug for happy lamps, I guess. I forget what's happening.
Where might
The
Talking to
speaker,
the guards.
To get to the
speaker and Helga come up, running up behind the
Helga's
guards.
her mother, right?
Yeah, it's her mother, Helga.
Okay.
Oh, you found her! Oh my god! Oh my Chelsea! Come to mama! And she reaches her arms out.
Yeah, I will step off of the sled,
Mhm.
and I will offer my hand to kind of like, as you would like escort a lady perhaps out of a carriage, and I will offer her to take it so that I can walk her down from the sled.
Aw, she looks at you and kind of shrugs and smiles and kind of reaches out her hand kind of delicately.
He puts just the thumb of his gauntlet over her hand
Aw.
and steps her down and kind of like looks at the guards to like get out of the way.
Yeah.
Um,
The guards take notice and kind of jump back a little, and taking from your ruse, they kind of bow to her, like a little nod, the head towards Chelsea.
And he will say, he'll walk her a little bit, but then he'll stop because he doesn't want to walk her all the way, and he'll say, "Go to your mother, girl."
You're safe, man. Will you be here for me?
What if I could? But there are other people in other places. But you are safe now.
She fishes around in her pocket and gives you a little rock. It's nothing special at all. It's a white stone river pebble, like from the lake. And she says, "My favorite. For my new favorite." And she hands it over to you.
He'll close his hand around it, and he will give her a little bow, and he will say, "May it keep me safe, oh my."
Yes! Yes! And then she runs over and screams, "Mommy!" and jumps into her mother's arms. And Speaker Wayless and Captain Imra come up and just say, "Well done. Is there anything we can do? We don't have much besides what we've already given for the cauldron, but anytime you want to stop in East Haven, please do so with great respect and our gratitude."
I was told that I could be aged appropriately again.
This is true. You're the only idea I have may or may not be alive right now. It's an outsider, you know, a woman who's a druid that left 10 towns long ago. She lives outside of Cairdeniville, to the northwest of it.
A druid, you say?
Yes. And I will show you where Cairdeniville is on the Icewind Dale map.
Hey,
So
hey,
you
Nate.
just go back to East Haven.
Yes.
You never got paid, did you?
I don't.
For
Oh,
you, because we were going there all the
I
way back
went
then
to
because you were
get the
gonna get
money,
the money.
oh, that's
and
GM's fault.
then
That's GM's fault. So,
no, that was a good catch. I was just
yeah.
like, yeah, I got the money.
No,
I was,
he.
yeah, no, I was sitting here like because there were no guards to pay you.
All
That
right.
was the whole thing.
He
And then you
would
got paid back.
have. Then he would have said, we are giving you the gems, and said we have nothing further to give you other than what we already have. So then he would give you the gems, which were
Pulling up my notes.
yeah, I got him.
I'm sure that you would have
It was
written
like a
down how much.
2G down payment with recurring
10.
10G weekly.
Yes, but it was 10 500 gold piece, 500 gems. 10 500 gold piece worth of gems that you got.
So in total, 5,000
1,000
gold
gold.
pieces worth of gems.
Yes.
Whew,
Sorry about that.
boy.
So you got that, and yeah.
That's not chunk change.
For our newest found device, perhaps is the best spot for these. Hopefully, getting them put in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to do some explaining to Farewell, I think. You gotta ask her.
she was like, it's mine.
I'm paying attention, but you can't just put it in there. You got a doctor, but
That's true. I forgot who had it. For some reason, I thought Kavik had it.
Kavik
Kavik
wanted
looked
it.
at it. Kavik looked
yeah, I
at
believe,
it.
and then I
Kavik
sort of
wanted it.
snatched it back. Yeah.
Farewell. Are you looking after that bag we found for us? It's probably most useful for goods for all of us, not simply one. Would we be able to use that for the whole group? Well, then I entrust in you these gems for party funds, I suppose.
Farewell will open up the bag, just sort of the black hole.
I always want to be like, wait, is there a 100 gold piece diamond? Because we never got that in Curse of Straw. But then I'm like, we don't do healers. If you die, you stay dead in this party.
No
That's
second
okay.
chance.
I got something for y'all for healing. Once
I
we
thought you
level
meant to
up.
bring us back from the dead.
I was about to say, okay,
No.
Jim, Mr. Nat 20 death save, we're not worried about you, it's the rest of us.
I thought you were gonna Frankenstein us back.
Oh god, that'd be so cool.
No,
So-
it's not cool.
Forget
Forget
necromancy. Science, fool.
To re-listen. Den, whatever, is where they said, right?
Yes,
Denival?
Caradan.
Where is that on the map?
Just north of East Haven.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where our possible age care is, right?
And that seems to be on the way
Sort of
to
on the way to Kelvin's Cairn.
where we were trying to go.
For the
First
That's
place.
fine. That's fine by Kavik. He wants that Chardolin. with a fiery passion.
Do we want now? Would we be going by the? Would you guys want to be going by the route, or do you want to try and skirt the ice shelf on the lake with the sled and the axe beaks? I know
I can
Kevin
only
wants.
Let's
I know
imagine
skirt
Kevin
that
them.
would
wants to go
add
fast.
time to our journey rather than shorten it.
Seems to me the direct route is the best way. We'll just go straight on.
Right, okay, Mr. Guardsman, could you come take a look at our map real quick? Do you see here, there's the route towards Cairn. Where are we going? What is it called again? I'm going to take a look.
Cairn
Cairn
Dinaval.
Cairn
Cairn
Dinaval, there's the
Dinaval.
route, right? And then if we take a straight shot from here, bypassing the route, how hazardous would you say that terrain is?
You're muted.
Sorry, thank you. It's well, ma'am. It's freezing water. A lot of freezing water. A lot of ice. Probably take you longer than the 4.5 hours by land, but I mean, you're welcome to
Okay.
try. The ferry's out of commission, so you might want to think about rowboats if you decide that route.
If it'll take longer.
Oh, I mean, honestly, we didn't need a ferry. We've got the boats that I helped to craft. We could just skate across the water, straight shot.
We'd have to leave the axe beaks in the sled. I don't think
If
they can
it's-
fit on a rowboat.
If it takes
That's
more
true, those-
time to do that, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
The safer route.
No arguments from me. Let's take the road.
Are you all good to keep going? Does anyone need a rest? We've been one needs a rest. Anyone else rest?
I won't say no.
All right.
I mean, aren't you like
All right. We'll
how
take a wee nap and we'll be fine.
It's about Nate. You had your encounter with the You went in first thing in the morning. Like you guys were leaving around pretty early, like around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I would say
We
that
still got-
entire encounter wrapped up around 12. Then you went out to find Sevik. So it's about 3 or 4 in the afternoon right now.
We can make our way to the next town and then find somewhere for the night there.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it was like 5 or 6, because us going out to him and then just coming back now.
It was like an hour.
Okay. Then
each way.
Then yeah,
So,
we could make if we left now, we could probably reach Cairn Dinaval after like an hour. Like we'd probably be getting like the last hour in darkness.
Yep, you'd reach there about 8:30.
Maybe a couple hours traveling in the dark.
We have ways to light our path, but
It's less the light and more the temperature that is my concern.
I saw Farewell shaking. You were shaking your head there for a second. You wanna take a little bit of time before we go. Okay.
Sure.
Just a little bit. To just make sure that we have everything settled here.
So one last night at the inn. We'll
No, just a short rest, like an hour.
Oh.
Is
Okay.
Yeah, that's all Farewell is asking for is a short rest.
But then are we traveling almost completely well, whatever. Okay. If that seems to be the plan everyone's agreeing to, then sure.
We have lights.
I know a cantrip or two.
And we're supposed to be traveling on a fairly safe route. And then we can sleep.
Farewell takes a torch out of her bag.
Yeah, I
Holds
got
it up.
torches.
Oh,
Right,
fine. We'll stay.
If you want, you can blame me. You can say I'm old and tired.
If I start to
All right,
get frostbite,
I'll
I'll
blame
just take your jacket. That we can make a deal based on that.
Okay. Let's take a short rest, y'all.
Okay. You all go back to the inn where the innkeeper will let you sit in your rooms from before, having not made them up yet. Do you want to do anything during the short rest besides roll a couple hit die?
I'd like to wander by the kitchen and make sure the cauldron is still there, but not do anything about it.
Oh, the kitchen area, or
Where we left the cauldron before we got called away by Evander's emergency call.
oh yeah,
This is
yeah,
true. We
that's
never
fair.
got it to the actual soup kitchen location.
True.
I just want to make sure it's still here.
Yeah. Yep, it's still here. You guys will have to haul
Alright.
it to the actual area for the soup kitchen area where you plan to have the soup kitchen. That way, just on the way out, you can just drop that off. So.
Yeah, I walk by the kitchen. I like look in, and then and then I just keep going up the stairs and
Okay.
to my room.
Kavik wants to just kind of sequester himself at one of like the far tables with like a pint, and you see him just like spread out over this whole table, like muttering to himself, and it's like you can see like he's borrowed a lantern off of somebody somewhere, and he's just like working things at the lantern, and you see like a jumble of a bunch of disparate parts, like things that you think would never go together, just different bits of mechanical things, and it's just stuff that he's just pulling out of his bag and he's just tinkering with
Okay.
all the time, muttering in Scottish.
Okay.
Not Scotch Gaelic, just Scottish.
Okay.
Up in
Like Yosemite
up in,
Samming in Scottish.
What in the tarnation? Or what's in the tarnation?
up in Gray's room, because he's fixing his little bit of stab wounds that he had gotten from the escaped prisoners. But like while he's been doing that, and ever since that moment, he's been having that slight. So actually, Dave, I don't think got to hear this description. He's basically glitching, like a video game character. Like he's flickering. And it had since sort of died down. And as he takes this moment over this short rest, and he sort of is collecting himself, I know that we don't. It's on our next long rest that we have our third level features. So he tries to focus that, and he attempts to do what he believes should be manifesting his echo. But he just continues to glitch, and it doesn't seem to fully form. And he's frustrated in his room as he tries to focus on it, and it's not seeming to properly come together. There's like an image that flickers for a little bit in front of him that looks like himself, but then it just dissipates. That's all he does.
I was gonna make an outdated joke, but none of you are old enough to understand it, so never mind.
So try to go for it.
Okay, somewhere there's a bunch of tanks of Hugh Jackman. Does anyone get that from the Prestige? Thank you, Jim.
Oh!
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
All the Prestige is a great movie.
It
is. I just need to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Sarah, I'm only like a year or two younger than you.
I know you can get some of my references, so that's good. Okay.
Plus, I'm basically an old man already.
We were all like, yeah, the Prestige.
Okay.
Which
Prestige.
I mean, spoilers for the good.
Yeah. Sorry, spoilers for a 15, 20-year-old movie.
Spoilers.
Andy. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Brad BB says no spoilers. It's worth the wait.
That's going to be a 13.
Let's see. You feel a twitch in your foot, but then you just kind of shrug it off. That's weird.
All right. Well, pre-nap jitters, I guess. Okay.
Okay, you have successfully completed a short rest. Unless you guys want to do anything else, Kavik, has anything come to fruition from your
No, not yet. Just
Okay.
making a wee bit of progress.
Kavik responds to God.
Yep.
No, it's just he's muttering to himself. It's his process. He's a verbal audible processor, and so it's like a
Mm.
feedback loop of genius.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Sorry, excuse me.
I love him so. Thank you.
So, we are going to say that you take the cauldron, you put it on the sled, you kind of pull it out, take it to your soup kitchen location. You already see someone there, like, trying to, like, do this thing that artists are supposed to do, but really, who does it? About, the building, like, yeah, like, trying to scout it out, like, this is how big it will be, and this is how wide it will be, like, just trying to take some general notations down on a piece of paper, very crude, but, you know, you get the
It's three
idea.
fingers this way,
You get the idea
two
that
fingers then.
something's gonna happen here, you know, that
Is
you're not being bullshit.
is there a like a sign, like one of those like signs coming out from the doors, like hanging, like
Sure.
to show
Mhm.
uh Evander's going to minor illusion, like a likeness of himself onto the sign, and he's just gonna go up to the architect person and go, "It's just food for thought. I think it looks quite nice."
Food for thought. That's a great
Evander's food
idea.
for thought.
Yeah. Evander should be
Evander's
the.
food for thought. That's
I
the name of
I
this
love
place.
that. Okay. He looks at you and quickly does a sketch of your face. Quickly does a sketch of your face and yeah.
Except it's him, like
It's you
30
as.
years older.
Yeah.
I mean, did you project an old version of yourself or a young version of yourself?
Or
Oh
your
yeah,
mental
that's
version
true.
of yourself.
Yeah, it would have been the younger version because that's what he imagines himself as in his mind's eye right now.
So it's
To be
all.
fair, I don't think
Okay.
he's actually seen the reflection of him.
Yeah,
Everyone's just been like, "You're old."
just
That's true.
yeah, just like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Looks the same.
Yeah. God, all
He
the
thinks
rest.
he's eternally young.
All
He
the rest.
is. He will always be the Jack to my Rose. All right. So, and have
You
my
killed him.
heart. He's so cute. Anyway, so you get on your sled, you get on your axe peaks, and you're heading towards Cair Dynamo. Someone give me a perception check and someone give me a survival check, please.
Can I do the survival?
I'm saying sure, but
I will do the perception.
okay.
That's a
22.
big old 8.
All right.
22 for survival.
Okay. Well, at least you know where you're going, but you don't notice anything around you.
Me
It's
on
called
car
tunnel
trip.
vision.
Yeah.
Which is good because nothing's gonna happen. That's fine. All right.
Oh.
So as you approach the Cair,
Wait.
We're
Well,
fine. We're
what?
fine. Everything's great.
No,
I-
continue your narration. Weave your story.
I was just gonna bring you to the Cair, but I mean, if you want to fight,
No. Tell your tale. I'm sorry for
Speak your truth.
the adventurers move on from their path from East Haven and move forth towards Cair Dynamo. That's my narrator's voice, apparently. Who the hell knew that?
It's me,
All right.
Deckard Kane.
It's unique.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is kind of Deckard Caney. Stay a
Yeah.
while and listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn. I guess Dave doesn't
Oh.
like
It happened
Diablo.
again.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no.
It happened again.
Can't believe you all. Aw, I gotta put you on this page too. I always forget that.
Players
I
are the
put you
worst.
in
Can you are you able to do the thing where, like, isn't there a ribbon that says players that you can just drag them over? Does that
I
move all the
did. I
icons?
did drag you over to Cair Dynamo.
Oh.
But it doesn't have our tokens.
Yeah.
Ah. I always thought that should move the tokens though. That's
Okay. So I'm gonna have to do this one by one. Commander. Cat. Oh, I already had a Kavik. Oh, well. So
Ooh,
we'll be
double Kavik.
stay back. Dave's back. We
Are we
thought you
supposed to
hated
have control
Diablo.
over our characters?
Not yet.
Nope, just Discord doing Discord
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Which of us do not have dark vision? Okay. So, most of us. Okay. I would have created a light cantrip in the same way and dropped it onto Gray's head again.
Okay. Sounds fair.
Yeah, I got the big sled, so that's
That's
worth
true.
it a bit. And I guess someone is tugging around a saddle or a riderless axe beak because we have an extra one.
You can just have it run behind your sled.
Yeah, chocobo style.
Exactly.
Love it.
Great. Can any of you see now?
I
Yeah.
can see.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yes, I can see.
Oh yeah.
So, as you enter town, the first thing you see is actually this. This is the care. Again, I don't know why they put all the. Maybe they want you to like discover that this is the care, but it looks like an old castle. And everything else leading up to there is various homes, businesses. It's a very small town. But I'm just gonna label the care just so you know what it is. That did not work. Cause it put it on the map. Ah, farts. Roll 20. You know what?
So,
We're just gonna say that that's the. I
Oh
completely
yeah.
deleted the. I didn't delete it. I just put it on a different layer, and now it won't
okay.
come back. Anyway,
Okay.
so where
Not
this
bothered.
arrow is where the care is, as you can see. All right. So.
Yep.
And I move the map. Why do I do these things to myself? Alright, so you enter the town. There doesn't really seem to be a guard outpost even. It's a very small town.
Does there seem to be a place that we could potentially find lodging for the night, even with it being a small town?
And it being late.
It is around 9 now, because you took a short rest. Alright, so,
Snow blindness in the day and regular blindness at night.
yeah, so basically, you find, like, one person walking the street, hobbling home. They seem a little drunk, humming to themselves.
You, where did you get that? Where were you
Ah!
drinking?
Oh my god! Who are you?
Uh,
Why are you asking me
where the
these questions?
Oh, I'm tired, and I'd
Do I owe
rather
you money? I don't owe you money. I don't even know
not
you.
yet.
Sorry. Sorry. Well,
Point at Evander.
okay.
Excuse us, sir. We're
Uh,
actually new in town.
Oh,
We just got in, tourists of
yes.
sorts. We're trying to find a place to lay our heads, as it were. Do you know of any inns or perhaps just large affluent families that wouldn't mind sparing a few beds?
Well, the arena's an inn that was closed, but, yeah, that's been closed for almost a year now. I guess you can go to the tavern where I just came from. And he will point to,
For sure, yes.
and he
Do
will
they
point
actually have
towards
rooms?
up here. The uphill climb, it's called.
Now,
Will it
sir,
have,
is this an in tavern combination or is it just for libations?
well, they have rooms, but I don't
But
know. The innkeeper hasn't been. Let,
Are you?
Are you
Are you
ill?
alright?
Just too much beer.
All right, well, before you get sick, just quickly kind of finish up the statement as far as what the innkeeper's
He's
problem
grouchy.
currently is.
He's grouchy.
Oh, I'm sure we can handle that. All
Oh,
right.
it's easy, easy.
Yeah, you've never seen grouchy till you see me in the morning.
Now, as far as you go, sir, you're going to want to let it out. You'll feel much better afterwards. Drink a lot of water and find yourself a place to sleep. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful evening.
And then kind of like just stumbles down the opposite direction.
Okay, a bit rude, but all right. Well,
Miss Andre, have I said that it's actually quite refreshing to have someone who is tact with words?
you haven't today, and it's always lovely to hear it.
Kavik kind of just looks at Evander and goes like, "What the heck?"
You see Farewell put her hands on her hips, like, really?
Sometimes
Well, I'm
you
sure if
need
you could
someone
use
that
words,
isn't
you would have
intimidating.
wonderful words to say.
I'll have you know I have a way with people.
Very scary and intimidating
That's
one. Let's
true.
go to the tavern. I'm freezing to death. All right.
The last man that you
I could
had
use
an
a
extended
drink.
conversation with did kill himself.
True.
I'm walking.
Okay.
Angie, let's
enough.
go.
So you go to the tavern. It's called the Uphill Climb. And you find a
That's such a fun,
middle-aged...
trendy name. I love it.
Yeah. It is subtly inclining. So, you find a middle-aged man just cleaning glasses behind the counter. They all look smudged, but he's still trying to get those smudged out. Oh no, now we lost Kaplan.
Gee, we don't normally lose Kaplan.
No.
Farewell was too insulted. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
As we like
We're
head
just
over, or like as we see the guy, I'm just gonna kind of walk up to him and be like, "Good evening, sir. You wouldn't happen to be the proprietor of this establishment, or be able to point us in his direction?"
I am.
Fantastic. We five are looking for a place to spend the night. Just one night. Just need one night.
Good luck.
We have plenty of funds with which to reimburse you for this.
Not interested? Try.
Why?
Try the care.
I've been informed that one's closed.
No, the actual castle up the hill. Talk to Speaker Seaver. Why? Why what?
You mean to tell me that the place which has rooms which in many parts of the world people rent is not suitable for us to sleep in, and yet we should approach a defendable castle which we've never been to for lodging?
Castle's fine. Castle has the speaker in there.
Am
He's
I
ill.
So I
supposed to
think
sleep
what
on
we're
his
all
throne?
Very, very ill. Might want to check in on him.
in the morning, perhaps. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry, but it has been weighing on me why you are not interested in business.
Just can't let out the rooms, that's all. Very messy.
I point to
We
the
will-
floor.
Very messy.
We will take literally anything. We've been traveling all day.
I can clean them for you.
Please.
I really appreciate you all, but please leave my establishment. You might want to find shelter elsewhere. It's gonna be a cold one tonight.
Can I roll like an insight check to see if this dude's like kind of nervous, like if there's some kind of thing?
Yeah.
It feels like okay. Dang it, that's another 13.
He's lying, but you're not sure about which part. He's not being honest with you and forthright.
Farewell is just going to look around and sit at a random table.
He is
Here.
a fairly hefty individual, and will say, Pardon me, but you're going to have to leave. Now,
I'm gonna sit at the table.
please escort
Can
your
we
friend
not at
out.
least buy a drink?
We're closing.
They're closing.
It's
We're
10
offering to
o'clock.
pay you for drinks.
Just
All
one
right,
to go.
Granny.
All
So
right.
the clock, he says, closing a tavern at 10.
Just all of you get
Kind
out.
of-
Right now. He starts to crack his knuckles.
Kind of. I crack my knuckles back.
Okay.
Both of you. I don't want to drag someone's bloody unconscious body through the snow. Can we just go ask at the cairn?
Fine. Let's go.
If they're not hospitable, I will find you and I will break into your house and sleep on your floor next to your children,
Evander.
just so you know.
And farewell.
I stand up and point at Evander, and then I walk out the door.
Evander leaves.
Mr. Proprietor, I apologize for the behavior of my compatriots, but they are serious, so I don't know what is going on here. Good luck, and then I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
You retain the right to refuse service.
Ugh.
I'm not going to be a Karen.
Kavik is going to want to be the last one through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And as I close the door, I'm going to use the bits of gems on my bracelets to cast Thunderclap as I slam the door.
Okay.
Oh,
Does he have to make a spell? Is that a? I forget. Is that a
It's a creature thing. So it's each
Okay.
creature within the range must make a Constitution. It's just a really loud noise. Just
Okay, he doesn't listen. He's a commoner. Does anything happen to him? Is
no,
he
like
just
he's not within range.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Oh,
you meant
that's right.
creature within the range. Okay.
I was like, bro, that cantrip could kill a commoner.
Yeah.
No, I'm just being petulant.
Okay.
So I just slam his door extra loud.
Okay. So, are you
Let's
going
go see what
up
this castle is all about.
Yeah,
You weren't lying when he said grouchy. If I ever get like that, stab me.
Okay.
I know you're good for it.
I start patting my pockets looking for a knife.
I said
Alright.
I'm not no,
Oh.
I'm not like that now.
You cannot take a joke.
All right.
So
Sorry.
all
right, let's go. I'm
This group
freezing.
just doesn't seem the joking type, but you know what? You're right. Let's go see.
All right.
We go
Alright.
to the cairn.
Yeah.
See
To the
if we
castle.
can get.
All right.
Let
He's
us
Go
sturdy.
up to whatever
castle.
gate.
A sturdy stone castle devoid of warmth and ostentation squats atop the cliffs overlooking the town and the frozen harbor. Warding the castle entrance are thick, battle-hardened wooden doors. 4 cylindrical guard towers have wind-worn flags bearing the town's heraldry fluttering above their tiled conical roofs. These towers are connected by icy battlements and parapets. Atop the castle walls and within the guard tower, torches flicker.
Anyone around, or
Are there guards above the gate? Yeah.
You can't see any because there are narrowed slits up there. So they can see you, maybe, but you can't see them.
Is there some sort of doorway?
There's that giant door, thick, battle-hardened wooden doors that you could perhaps go up to, if you so were so
Yeah, I'm
inclined.
gonna try to go up one and look for a smaller, like, man door, or just pound on it.
Pound on it. All right. You hear someone from the battlements. Is that what they're called? Battlements
Yeah,
up top.
Yes.
Yell down to you directly over the doors and say, What?
We've been turned away from the inn, and we need a place to rest.
Not my problem.
Seems to
What do you
be
say?
sort of the
We're
thing
running
to say.
things.
We are just here for the night. Is there some place or someone that we could talk to, or some place that we can go, and we will be gone by morning?
I hear the speaker is sick. We are powerful in some aspects, and, well, after a rest, I may be helpful.
You and your heathen rituals. We've no use for them here.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. What is it that you practice then? What is considered non-hedonistic?
Just so you know. Can you guys see? At all? Anything?
Yes.
Yes.
Over in the
Oh,
bottom.
found
Sort
it.
of.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of.
By
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna move
gosh.
you. I'm gonna move you
Yeah.
all to where you actually are.
Oh god.
We're so tiny.
So,
Big map, big map.
so see how you're right
Itty bitty
outside
little
the
space.
doors there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know.
I think Evander asked, "What do you practice?"
All right. We worship the gods same as anyone else.
My healing does come from a certain celestial parentage. So, although you may call it hedonistic, it's quite in line with your views.
What sort of views do you have? And make a, depending on what you say, make a persuasion or deception check. They're kind of sussing you out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Evander will just say, I have views that will help you, and that's all you need to know. And I guess I'll roll probably persuasion
Okay.
because he's not lying about any
Okay.
of this.
That is not a lie. This is the first time we've heard you
Celestial
claim
parentage.
this. Yeah, this is the first time we've heard you claim celestial parentage.
There's no such thing as that.
Or is there?
That's a 10.
That's a 10. He looks at you, and he talks to someone inside. And this tiefling woman comes up to you, comes to the front of the battlement, and says, "We have no need for you. Now leave."
Is it your custom here to leave strangers outside to
Listen, the
freeze?
speaker is very, very ill. He is not up to
Right, and
visiting guests.
we're offering to help with that. We've got some medicine, we've got some knowledge. It doesn't
Again,
have to be creepy arcane nonsense. We've got real medical science.
Oh god, are
science,
they
I don't even know what that
anti-vax?
means.
Oh no.
All right.
Means
All right.
I use knowledge
Oh.
to help
Ooh.
people, not your woo-woo magic.
Farewell quickly writes something on a piece of paper and hands it to the closest person. And it says,
Here, I'll take it.
Okay, you take it.
ask where Druid lives.
You know what, madam on the parapet, down here.
Yes.
You might not agree with two of our friends' sort of preferred methods of healing. However, we do have knowledge of a local healer, a druid in a nearby area. If you might be able to point us there, then we could bring her here to help the
Never
speaker.
heard of her.
You're muted.
For trade of one night's rest.
Never heard of her.
However, it does sound better than science or celestial beings, right?
Maybe.
We bring
You!
her here.
He points to, Evander.
Yes, me.
Explain more of your methods.
Well, if we're being honest here, my life has not been easy, but that's been because my, well, mother is powerful, and her parentage enables me to heal to a certain degree. Conditions, mainly, but not necessarily vitality in itself.
Right.
All I would need is to lay my hands on her, or him, or it, whichever may be your speaker. The worst thing that can happen is that you let us inside, we sleep the night, and we get out of your lives forever.
Only you. No one else.
What do you fear? That we will murder you all? Is that it?
This
Why only you?
conversation ends now. You will gain no entry or access to the speaker or this castle.
We do have the abandoned inn. We could just break in there and sleep there.
I point at the piece of paper again.
Are you asking me to ask
It's,
these people where the druid is?
they don't know where the druid is.
I point at the word druid specifically.
Well, right, I tried to say we could find this woman who has more of a natural healing technique, and they seem to stick their nose up at it. And then we almost got in there, and then the
We
Vander
could
decided to
sleep.
threaten them.
We could stay where she's staying.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
She's.
But that
if
would
she's
also
living,
mean traveling through the wilderness in the middle of the night.
We don't have really any better option. If we break in somewhere, we'll be criminals, and they'll try to kill us. If we try to break into the tavern, we'll be criminals. They'll try to kill us. If we try to break into the castle, we'll be criminals, and they'll try to kill us. Let's
Definitely
just
more so
go
for the
and
third
find this.
option.
They'll try.
Honestly,
Exactly.
I didn't mind your abandoned tavern idea.
It's apparently not in commission, and
If the
at least
quality
one
is
of us is good at entering spaces which they're not supposed to be in. I think some of us have proficiency with their dexterous fingers.
you didn't have to phrase it like that. But we could check it out
All
and at
right.
least see if it's not too drafty.
Let's check out
Ray,
this
you seem like
abandoned
you
tavern.
have words to say. I can see your armor bunching up around your neck.
it's part of it's Dylan.
He's
Because I
turtling
know,
over there.
because I know that Madam of the Parapet said that this conversation is over. I also know that everyone that's physically capable of speech did get to say something to her. Did she leave?
Yeah. She's no longer up there that you can see.
Rude.
Very much so. This town blows.
These people have no reason to trust us. We are armed and armored, and we came to them in the middle of the night, and they obviously are having some sort of. Yes, I pointed the paper. Some sort of issue. Madam of the Parapet, I do not know if you are still there. You said that our conversation is over. You need not answer me. I asked
Just like
not to
hiding
come
behind-
inside. I asked not to come inside. Just know, I, a stranger in your town, hope that your speaker finds health. I just wish good health upon him. Thank you for your time. That is all. We will leave.
That was very sweet of you,
That was very
Gray.
sweet.
Ugh,
And if
Well,
they think
let's
that
go.
he, and if they think that he won't live, they will get desperate. And I take you all, and I turn for us to leave.
but I did promise a certain bartender to be sleeping on the floor of his own house. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not.
Yeah, I
Let's
start
check out
walking
the
back
abandoned one first.
towards the main town, keeping an eye out for some abandoned inn-looking building.
Okay. All right. Let me take you back
Yeah,
to the town.
the one that's been closed for a year.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be entirely honest. I could have gotten into that castle if I had a long rest, but I don't got one, so we'll come back another time.
Yeah, I
Same.
mean, I could have probably.
I don't want to storm a random castle just because they don't want to thrust open the gates for strangers. Like, I get. If I was the guy in the castle,
Well,
I
I mean,
wouldn't do it.
honestly, the castle is such a long shot in my head. Like, I was like, if we go there and they're like, sure, I'm gonna be like, this is a nice castle. Like, these people are cool. And that one guy was just grumpy, like the guy said.
Had I had one more spell slot. Oh, I could have used my sorcery points to get one more spell slot.
I will let you retcon leaving.
Oh
If
no,
you're still
it's
there.
okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you can
we
still
we
stand
already
there.
went through it. It would have been in the moment before, so it's okay. We already went through it.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Right,
Sorcerer's
let's go
Man,
find this inn.
we're looking for the one that was closed for a year. The one that we're hoping no one is there. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, ideally, but if not, Evander is very real in his threat to find the tavern. Well, if he sleeps in the tavern, then that's all the better. But if he has a separate domicile, that's another warm house.
These, even if that is the nature of his business, it is not. He is not beholden to us. We are strangers here that have weapons. I understand people being untrustful. I wish that they were kind. But these people survive off of being smart and being safe.
And lies and deceit. Yes, I agree.
So we're just kind of, going from building to building,
Yeah, are you looking into the
seeing.
windows or?
I'm looking for any buildings that look like they have been a bit neglected.
Okay. They all look neglected. How about that?
Can I follow up with that with you, Evander? That thing you just said, actually, because I don't think I would let that stand. Because I'm very sorry, but you are also not one apart from lies and deceit.
Oh, this is true, but I don't make any false pretenses about it. It seems to me much of this world is built upon the false predication of honesty and, well, in all reality, many, if not all here, do wrong, and many deserve, well, retribution.
Are you meaning to say that because he did not tell you why we couldn't have rooms, he is worthy of retribution? Is that what you're saying?
Not inherently, but if you're in the hospitality business and you turn someone away to a place where you know they will not find rest, well, I can only imagine what he does in the privacy of his own quarters.
And if
We
I
are
may
all
interject, to be fair, we've been possessed twice as a group in the past 24 hours. There's probably all sorts of crazy things going around these towns. Who knows what kind of spooky goose or goblin he has in his inn currently? It might have been a favor.
We don't know.
This is true, but we
I,
are all
I
rotten.
start kind of looking in a few of the windows, just to tell if something is inhabited. Not in a peeping,
I know, but we look so much like burglars.
not in a peeping way. I'm just trying to tell, is this what we're looking for?
I'm trying to look for cars that I can easily put on blocks. You know, tires that look pretty good.
You're making sure we don't break into someone's home.
Right, I'm trying to do the responsible type of burglaring.
Does anyone know roll 20? How do I draw a wall?
You could do under the paintbrush, which is the draw tool. You could go to polygon or line.
Mm-hmm. I have to be on the layer of the oops.
I believe you have to be on the
Dynamic lighting layer, right? But that should have worked, right?
I don't know if you have to be on the lighting layer, if you have to be on the token layer.
I think
to draw.
Oh. Well, we're just gonna give this a shot.
Give it a shot. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
You drew lines around it.
That was me.
Oh, you drew lines around it.
I was experimenting.
Well.
I wanna try.
Okay. Sorry. Last minute things.
The party.
So give me a perception. Everyone, give me a perception check if you're looking in windows.
Okay. I'm not looking in windows, so I'm not gonna do it.
That is a 16.
21.
17.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm the only one not looking in windows. Fine. Natural one. You know what? No, I'm not looking in windows. The dice said don't even. The dice said
you said you weren't, so you aren't.
Gray's dice said no.
Gray's just tilted right now.
Gray's.
Police!
He's just
Peeping
tired.
Tom!
He's just tired. He's not mad at anyone. He's like, I understand where all of these people are. He's like, I understand where all of these people are coming from, but I'm also going to sleep in the street.
Okay.
In the frigid north.
All right. So, as you approach the south side of town, you see an old sign based on your group check. You see an old sign that says Dinev's Rest. And it looks like it's a dilapidated inn.
How dilapidated are we talking about? Like holes in the windows and rotten wood, or?
No, like it's been closed for a year, just not well maintained. There are a couple holes in the windows, but you know, maybe children like threw rocks at them. It's not like terrible.
All right.
As you peek in, it doesn't look like there's anything. Like no beds, no furniture, just devoid of anything. It just looks like a hall.
I'm gonna pull out my thieves' tools and just kind of look around and say, just keep a lookout. I'm gonna try to work my thieves' tools into the lock.
Okay, give me a thieves' tools check.
(14 plus 2 is 16.
Nice. So, why don't you like me? So you manage to open the lock and you hear a familiar clicking sound. And the door swings slightly open. Yeah.
All right, looks like we've got accommodations. And it's my favorite price, free.
Couldn't agree with you more. As we step in, can I see any spot where there would have been a fireplace, or where they would have cooked or something like that?
You're thinking my exact thought. Yeah. A hearth.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Or if we see a chimney from the outside, follow that down to where it is on the inside.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys.
even if it's in the kitchen or somewhere like that.
Having a hard time with this stupid roll 20. It's my fault though. I will not blame roll 20 for its stupidness.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, it's all good.
just while you're doing this, what
I
Evander's
mean,
that he gets in
seven.
and he's
Good.
looking for the different exits and entrances of the place.
Okay.
And as he does it, he's going to take out the bag of tricks and one by one pull out 3 animals.
Mhm.
So I'm going to roll to figure out what those are now.
Sure. Do you have a table by any chance on you?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
I love the bag of tricks.
Did I put it on this? Okay, put that there. Put that there.
Oh, are we leaving? Where are we leaving the hex beaks?
Oh yeah, where are you leaving the Xbox? Right now they're just sort of
In
following.
the bag of holding. Come on.
No.
Get in there.
No. I don't think they'd fit.
We'll have food in a couple of minutes if we do that.
True. True story.
I imagine that this inn has some type of stable as well.
At least a tie
No,
post.
there is a
Oh,
tie
they're gonna
post.
do that.
Is there a back, like, behind this? Like, it's a back street so we could put them where nobody would see them right away?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I was gonna say if the whole place is gutted, they can just come inside.
This
That is true.
Sleeping on an axe beak is gonna be better than sleeping on wooden floor.
All right.
Sure, let's leave the sled outside. Let's bring the dogs and the axe beaks inside, and they can kind of help keep the room warm
Give me 1 second.
collectively.
Okay.
So also adding to the amount of animals in here, thank God this is like an inn, so there's like room for at least creatures to some degree. Like we could put axe beaks in certain rooms or dogs in others. There is now a badger, a dire wolf, and a giant rat
Okay.
here with us.
I'm
Can
all
you
about the
see
badger.
the walls by any chance and the floor now?
Yes.
Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that took me forever. Okay. All right. So, there you go. You peek inside,
It's a box.
and as soon as Anji, I believe Anji was gonna look in first. As soon as Anji stop moving yourselves. As soon as Anji opens the door.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get.
Oh, you're
I just
good.
hate roll 20 so much.
We're just so happy to find shelter, that's all.
Yeah.
I know, finally.
Right.
That sounds like something bad is happening, which I'm not excited about.
Oh,
but...
see, yeah, maybe there's a man.
There's a man who tries to hit Anji, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh.
everyone was all excited, and it's like, no, we're being attacked.
And
We were like making our home.
kind of like
Nothing
like
like a
we
little
do
blood
this.
pumping and warming
Please,
up before you go to
Anji,
bed.
give me another perception check before you roll initiative real quick.
Ooh, great.
That's a 14.
He seemed to have popped out of nowhere. It's not like this place was dark and you couldn't see. It was like, oh, he's next to me.
Whoa, okay.
All right. So anyone have 20 to 25?
21.
Let me roll for this guy. 15 to 20.
17.
Okay. All right. 10 to 15.
Anji got a 14.
Sorry, what was that? 14 for Anji, and what was Farewell?
13 for farewell.
Great. This guy's going to try to attack you because he gets a surprise round.
I got a 5, just so you know.
Oh, 5. Sorry, I didn't go down
Oh
to
no,
5.
you're good. You're good.
Keep-
I just wanted to make sure I was placed at the very bottom.
Yep. So I don't think this will hit
Bottom.
you, Anji.
I'm so... Need to stop.
I gotta like figure out how to use roll 20 again because I
I'm
forget how to do this.
I'm too gay.
You're never too gay. You're
Too
perfect.
gay to stop making
Thank
that
you.
joke.
Thank you.
I mean, like,
Because I've
that-
literally
that-
made that same joke like 4 times.
that's a strange personal assessment. I mean,
I
All
mean,
right.
it's true.
So, this guy is not gonna hit you. He rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Okay, so we'll start with Gray. Gray, you look
Okay.
in you see a dark place. It's very dark in there. There might be a couple windows over here, but I can't do that. I would just tell you where the windows are.
Was I able to see that someone swiped at Anji?
Yes, you could see a hand.
I was gonna say, can I say
There's
he
like a
definitely
window there and a
jump
window
scare
there.
shrieked?
Yeah, you could
And-
shriek.
And
Okay,
and would Gray still have the light on his helmet?
Oh yeah, that's true. Would Gray?
That's up to Evander.
Evander?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Gray can see. Great.
Okay. Did this man attack Anji with a weapon or
Yes,
just like
with a war pick.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, cool.
That goes from Gray was gonna punch this guy to Gray's going to severely hurt this guy.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you light on your thing.
Oh, I
You can see in
I
there.
can see. Yeah, I
Okay.
can see. I was willing to role play it otherwise, but I can see. So he will
Well, then I
move
did the dynamic lighting wrong. God damn it. Okay. Anyway, go
5,
ahead.
10, 15, 20, 25, just a straight
Yep.
march in.
Mhm.
He has his flail, I will say.
This is no mere man. This looks like a gray-skinned dwarf. Just so you know.
Hey,
visit dwarves.
dwarves. But he's not going to be able to physically actually move Anji, but narratively he's interposing himself. And he's basically like, hands off the lady. And I'm going to smack him across the face, hopefully, with my flail. With a flail attack.
Sure.
Don't roll low, Gray. You rolled kind of low, Gray. A 13.
That would
Roll
not
the
hit.
flail, never fails.
So I will say that it was a warning swipe.
Okay.
That's why I missed. Wink.
Okay.
So he swings his flail in between them
Yeah.
and says, "Hands off the lady."
Ooh.
And I will stand firm and end my turn.
He kind of doesn't understand you. All right.
Interesting.
Interesting. So the next to act is Havoc.
Do not speak Dwarven.
Are there any icicles on the porch of this inn?
There's one maybe hanging from the top of the gable. You could jump up and reach.
I'm gonna grab it, break it off, and then throw it at him, casting catapult.
Nice. Cool player. I don't know how catapult works. Can you put it in the chat, please, for me?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Right.
Dexterity saving throw. Roll an 18.
Is that new? Can you just click the die roll in your spell now and it will roll it for you? That's cool.
That is cool.
Yes, I can. No, that does save.
Okay. Is it half or none?
Let's see. On a failed save, the object. No, that's a successful save.
Object strikes the target.
If they succeed,
doesn't say anything about a successful save.
It continues to travel in a straight line until it hits something.
Okay.
It just keeps going.
Yeah,
so it hits this.
So it just goes. It just ka-chunk.
Hold on.
Into the wall over here.
let me map something.
If there's
You're going
another
this
guy,
direction, you actually hit something.
Another one.
Yep.
Another.
It was a prisoner and they died.
So that takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So for 12.
All right. It looks pretty unhappy with you.
Good.
Okay. End turn. Gonna move.
I'm gonna move into the room. and draw my rapier out.
Okay. All right.
And that ends my turn.
All right. So these guys are going to large. Large is a 10 foot, right?
Yes.
These guys become large.
Ah!
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Right? That's right.
They're giant dwarves.
Yep. Yeah. They do that. I'm remembering that they do that.
Yep. And then Ooh. And then pop. Pop.
Okay.
Oh gracious.
Pop.
Okay, this is actually a
No.
whole thing.
Pop.
This is
I-
not good.
I thought this was a hobo that was mad.
So
It's
did
not.
I. I
All
thought
right.
it was water. Oh boy.
So the first one's gonna take an attack at Gray for trying to hit it.
Okay, hell yeah.
Hey, are our axe beaks in here? Do they get turns?
I think
We were just
They would
yeah,
be
we were
outside
just
still.
entering this when this happened,
Okay.
so probably
Okay.
not.
you
They
moved
they
you moved
probably
your token
ran
first.
outside a little more because they realized that. Let's see. The first one is against Gray for a 13, which will not hit probably.
No, that will not. I mean my high AC is because of armor, not because I'm fast, so it hits me, but it
Okay.
just
And then the second one will charge up to Anji and take a swipe at Anji
Come on, man.
for 9.
Wait. Is it just the Dwergar that's bigger, or is its Warpig
No,
bigger
it's
too?
it's
It's like
it's
because I'm
Warpig
imagining
is bigger too.
I'm imagining this giant
Nope.
Warpig with like this tiny little toothpick thing. Like yeah.
Nope.
Nah, yeah, everything they're carrying grows as well, so it's a giant war pick.
So
Okay.
The 2-hit was 9.
It'd be funnier if it was.
yeah,
small.
that was a 2 hit with 9. So I think you're safe.
Okay.
Okay, and that's their turn. So now it is Anji's turn. You get a rebuttal here,
All right.
and we'll play this music.
Boy. Now, okay, I need to ask everyone here because I wasn't here the last time we played in this session or whatever, and so I don't know if you guys used any of my
No, we just used
Just
Eldritch
and
we
Blast.
took a short rest. We took a short rest, so you should.
Yeah, so you're full.
God.
Warlock, baby.
Warlock, baby. Warlocks, baby. It feels good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
doesn't it? Huh? I would love to have spells.
So I like backbend out of the way of that war pick and swing out and touch my hand against this OG giant dwarf's leg. Gonna go ahead and cast Hex on him.
Okay.
And then with my free hand, fire up an Eldritch Blast into his chin.
Okay. That looks
Let me see what rolls I have to make.
Yeah, go for it. What's a good hexed one?
Yeah, and Eldritch Blasts in melee, remember, are because Varian always had to deal with this.
Okay.
Or at disadvantage.
Yeah, because I think they're ranged attacks still,
Yes.
technically.
Okay, cool. Oh, and so for Hex, I have to say a thing that he's gonna do bad on. So he's gonna do bad on.
someone
Oh no,
added
it's ability check.
Anji. Someone told you to add your proficiency bonus in chat. Thank you, Sparky Mac.
Thank you, Sparky Mac.
Hey. Thank
That was
you,
a
Chad.
creepy wave. Sorry, Sparky Mac.
Let's see. The target is gonna have disadvantage when it comes to.
Oh no!
Oh,
wait,
We will
okay.
never know.
Overload.
We will never know.
Oh my god. The target is gonna have bad times with dexterity-based stuff.
Okay.
And
Trent
man,
Broccoli,
that was a
give
good
us your
first
wisdom.
roll.
So you can
Oh, that
you
was a
can
terrible
roll at
17.
disadvantage, but you will get to add +3 to that roll. If you
Oh,
add your
okay, so it's a
if you
17.
choose
It's a
to add
17
your
total.
proficiency bonus. +2 at this level?
We're
Yes.
we're only 3.
+2.
So
Well, we're
it's a
2
12.
still.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
3 is also 2, so.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
thought
3. Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
confuzzled.
How's a 12?
12 will not hit. So you can save that. You can save that. Add your proficiency bonus thing.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Oh, boysers. I super don't want to be here, but I super don't want to take 2 opportunity attacks too. You know what? I'm gonna stay put and hope somebody else pulls aggro, I think.
Okay. Farewell. It is up to you.
All
Your
right.
turn. Not up to you to save everyone. It's
Oh yeah, it might be that too, but I'm going to step in the room, and I'm going to take 2 unarmed strikes at the guy.
Okay.
So that my AC goes up for next round.
Nice.
How do I monk? I don't remember. It's been too
Yeah.
long.
Punch.
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 Well, or sword.
30.
You can sword. Do you know what? Michael lets me, like, sword punch. So if you want, but are you trying to use an action to sword?
You can literally sword
I'm-
punch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm holding my long. I drew my long sword. It's in one
Okay.
hand, and I'm punching with the other hand.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure I have the
I'm gonna.
AC
Michael
boost.
lets
So
me use my Kenzai weapon. Do you have Kenzai weapons yet?
that's next. That's level 3.
Once you get your Kenzai weapon, I'll let you use
Yeah.
your Kenzai weapon to take the attack action, and you can still bonus action punch to get the AC. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
'cause-
Michael lets me do.
yeah, that's fine.
that's what Sarah let me do too.
So both of those are 18s to hit, both
Oh
unarmed
yeah,
strikes.
those will both hit. So. Let me get those. Oops.
That is 9 bludgeoning damage total.
Ooh, nice. I don't know why I keep moving my screen up. Minus. Okay. So, bam, bam, right in the face of this thing, and it kind of staggers back and looks at you and goes. Something in undercommon. Yeah, imagine that meant something like a curse.
I'm just being me and staring him back.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
That is it.
Evander.
There's not much that Vanda can do, so he'll stand in place. He'll kind of like vibrate a little bit, and his neck will snap really quickly. And then he'll do the same, like darkness of the eyes washing over himself as he's gonna, cast mage armor, spending
Okay.
2 of his sorcery points to regain a first level spell slot,
Okay.
and that's he's staying put.
Okay.
Ha!
Oh God, yeah, you're like Tap.
Back to Gray at the top of the order.
All right. Oh, flail not working. Gray feels sufficiently threatened now. Dropping the flail, the sword staff is coming out.
Okay.
So what he's going to do is he's going to draw the blade end. He's going to move his hand down to the base of it. And I'm going to target the one that attacked Anji.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use my natural 20.
Ooh.
As
good
he hits the switch on it, and it's just going to extend as a stab through.
It hits him right
his
here
chest,
in the
into
place
his-
between his neck and chin, and you kind of.
Wonderful.
And let's see how much damage you do. It's probably enough.
Let's see. Oh well, I mean, we'll see.
That catapult was pretty nasty.
Uh, three, 13.
Yeah, that kills him dead. His giant his giant body kind of you hit him right through the neck chin part and go, and he kind of makes a gurgling sound.
I said hands off.
And his head goes limp.
He's going to pull it out from under the chin. He's going to action surge.
Okay.
So as he pulls it out, now Anji, you get to see this very clearly. As the one gray pulls it out, it looks like he glitches, and there's an overlap of a second gray that takes a ghostly version of his glaive and spins it around and is going to slash at the other one.
Cool.
Watch me miss. Oh. It's rolling. It's rolling. 16.
That'll hit. That'll just hit.
Wonderful. Great weapon fighting means I can reroll 1s and 2s, and that was a 2, so I'm going to reroll it.
Okay. Nice.
It was a 2 again, so fate says
okay.
that it must stay as 5.
Okay. You kind of swing, but you over arc it too much, and it goes right past his beard.
And then so it cuts a chunk of the beard off, and then goes across his chest a little bit. And then the two grays they fold back into each other. They line up, and then the ghostly version of gray disappears.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Cool. Kavik.
I've got my rapier out, and I'm face to face with this big one here.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to stab him.
You can flank with Anji if you want to. Just move yourself down a little, and you can get advantage on that roll.
Like this?
Yep. Or
all right, I'll do that.
Or it's one down. I don't really know. You look fine to me. If you want to go one down, you can. I'll roll them both as flanking because you're on either side of it, I guess.
Okay.
So if you want to give me that roll with advantage.
Rapier. Roll with advantage. First one is a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah,
the
that'll hit.
second one is 17. So
they will both hit, but
that is 1d8 plus 2. That is 6 plus 2 is an 8.
Ooh, nice.
So for 8 damage to this fellow here.
Nice. What kind of? That's piercing, rapier, slashing. I forget.
That's right. Yeah. It just goes right between some of the gaps in his arm, and I just get the point right in there.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to do?
Double check. No, I don't want to do anything else at the moment.
Okay, it's their turn. They're all gonna rage. Well, not rage, sorry, that was a mechanically bad spelling. They're all gonna enlarge. Why can't I find your little puller thingy?
The only thing that I have in my head right now is the image of Mario going big and then going small with the sound effect.
Alright, so this one will run up to you, farewell.
Alright.
And start swinging. So you'll be getting one attack from each. The one on the west side is going to attack you for 16.
That meets it.
Okay, for believe it is 6 damage. And the second one's gonna attack you for a 12. So that will not hit.
No.
Um,
Dodge out of the way.
this one's gonna charge up to. Oops, I'm gonna delete this one. It's gonna charge up to Gray. And take a swipe at Gray. For 6 plus 4 for 10.
He just he does a spin around from behind, kind of helicopters over, and just knocks it out of the way, also keeping it from hitting Anji.
Okay, this one's gonna go after Anji for a 7. God, I'm not rolling well. This dice is going in the trash. And then I'm switching dice, and Kavik, oh, this one's crappy. 5 plus 4, 9 against Kavik.
No, it's not going to do it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's their great turn. Anji, it's your turn.
All right. Now, do I play this like narratively or like for real?
Whichever you want.
I know what I saw what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
These dwarves can't hit for shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have a shot at getting away.
We just big clumsy boys.
Like, dice aren't rolling. I'm gonna try to find a prettier dice.
Let's see. You know what? Yes, this is honestly getting kind of hairy.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Well, I
gonna
mean, now those
slide
beard-
under Gray's big legs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attempt to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get over here.
Okay, I'm gonna say if you would have run through his legs, because he is a large, bigger creature, give me acrobatics check to see if you can squeeze through there.
Okay. I keep
Go for
opening my
it.
roll 20 character sheet like it's gonna do anything for me.
Reveal your secrets character sheet.
It's a 16.
I just whole snorted.
Oh yeah, you squeeze past his legs, and he kind of like puts his arms out like, come here, in Undercommon. And you can understand, but so I'll say he doesn't get an attack of opportunity against you, because he was trying to grapple you, and the other two will try to attack you though.
So are they gonna take swipes?
Yeah, that's an 8
No.
and a 23, so the 23 will hit finally.
Well, let me check
One
real
was
quick.
bound to.
For how much?
6.
Ooh, okay. It's not great, but that's okay. That's fine. It's totally cool.
Okay.
Just gonna make it.
Anji, do you want
So-
to do anything else?
Yes, please. I would love to.
Okay.
Now that I'm out of melee,
Mhm.
I don't really have line though. From here, so I'll go ahead and just take an Eldritch Blast shot at this guy.
Okay.
For 8. I got clipped in the shoulder so hard it threw off my aim. Man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Now I'm done.
Okay. Farewell. It's your turn. Got these two giant things looming over you. Two giant dark eye.
All right, I'm going to take a long sword attack
Okay.
at the one I hit before.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 18 plus 5, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
yeah.
that hits.
Oh yeah.
That is a 9 slashing damage.
Ooh, nice.
And then I am going to take an unarmed strike at him as well.
I don't even know what I'm doing this. Here you go.
That is a 15.
That will not hit.
All right. So I don't know if I probably hit him, but it just doesn't do
Right.
anything.
Right.
don't hit in the right
kind
spot.
of hit him in the shin and kind of looks down at you like, ow, that kind of stung, but no real damage. Movement, anything else?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay, Evander.
All right. Evander's gonna reach into his wonderful bag of tricks and hopes that something great pops out.
Sure.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Ooh, that's an 8. What's an 8?
And on my table up, sorry.
Bear.
No, I'll look it up.
Bear?
A giant elk.
Those are very helpful. That's
Yeah.
And I don't know how you want to
The
play
moose
this,
is loose.
whether it still gets its turn, because technically these would act on my turn as well. But I don't know
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
you just battle him.
this
There you
first
go.
one or whether. Okay.
Let me give its control to you. Let me see if I can do this.
Giant elk are amazing.
No, I don't want to
Great.
represent
Gray's like,
Evander.
okay, normally I'm the biggest guy around. Now there's too many big things. I think I need to cut them down to size.
Now, this is an elk. Does a giant elk have different stats?
Than a regular elk,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah, I can send you a link.
No, you don't have to send me the link. I just want to make sure that you can,
I have it.
Okay, you do have it. Alright, I'm gonna give this control
Also
to you.
in Roll20.
Alright, can you move it at all?
Checking now. No.
Okay, let me see the edit. Oh, can be editing control by... Okay. You should have control of it now, so... Yeah. There you go. Gotta try now. Pretty sweet.
All right. So then Evander will command it to attack these dwarves. Show no mercy.
Okay.
Um,
Which one are you going
and
after first?
then, well, what the elk's gonna do is it's gonna first run the opposite direction, curve
Okay.
around, just build up speed, charging towards this the dwarf in the center. He's gonna ram it.
Yeah, pretend that it's all even terrain, obviously.
Sure.
Can the store... I'm gonna give the store guard an attack of opportunity since it's running away from it.
Sure.
For 12. Would that hit a giant elk?
Nope. AC 14.
Nice. Okay. So,
So
Skid
it'll
turns
loop
back
around.
around. Yep.
and it'll come and it will ram, which is a +6 to hit. Let's see.
Wow. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a 22.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna roll damage, but also go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Guys, pretty good strength, so we'll see. $14.
All right. So then it succeeds. So it's
Okay.
not knocked prone,
Mm-hmm.
but it does take 8 plus 4, 12 bludgeoning
Wow.
damage.
Okay.
And because it charged,
Mhm.
it does take an extra 2d6 damage.
Oh
So
wow.
that's an additional 6. So 18 total damage.
Okay. It's looking really rough. Really rough.
And that is all Evander can do on his turn.
Okay.
We now have a giant elk.
That's pretty helpful. And on that note, it is late. We are going to take a break right now. Because combat is going to start at the top of the round with Gray. But sorry guys for keeping us so late. It was just so exciting. So give us 1 second, viewers, and we will be right back in like 5 to 7 minutes. So we'll see you soon. Gonna go break. And we're back live with Icewind Dale, Rime, the Frostmaiden. And Gray, you are up in the combat order. Gray,
Yes,
you are up in the combat order.
You up?
I am. Okay. I'm going to. Gray is going to step forward and engage with every single goddamn person.
Okay.
He takes takes the sword staff and kind of cuts a groove in the floor around him to kind of like command his space.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes a moment and because he's never been felt this threatened before yet, he's going to take a stance. There's a lot of really, really big things in the way, so I don't know necessarily if the spellcasters would see it. But if they do, what he's essentially doing is he's taking a stance that a wizard would use when holding a staff for preparation to do somatic components for a spell.
Hmm.
And the similarities continue as when he goes to make his strike, the way that he spins and maneuvers his weapon is essentially mimicking the somatic components of a wizard using a staff to cast spells. He commands the space, and he does a few kind of faint swings at two of them to kind of get a little bit of space, and then he's going to whip around and try and cleave the one that's engaged with Kavik in the back.
Sure, give me a roll with advantage.
Damn wizards, am I right?
Exactly. I rolled at advantage 2 6s though.
Oh no.
So only 11.
Okay. Anything else we do?
Nope. He is just spinning it and kind of trying to keep them focused on him.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Sure. 3 minus 1 for 2.
They look disinterested.
Cool.
Or at least they look unimpressed. How about that? Unimpressed. Tavik, it's your turn.
Right. I'm gonna take another lunge at this Duergar in front of me
Okay. With
with my
advantage.
rapier. With advantage, yes. Okay. First one's a 14, and the second one is 22.
22 a hit.
That is 10 damage for my man here.
Okay.
Oh, and Nate, I figured out how the elk would have gotten inside.
I know that guy.
Ooh.
Is that you would have tossed the ball, the furry ball,
Inside.
through the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
That will explain how the enormous creature would be able to get inside the door.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but is this... Did you hit this one before?
Yes, for 8 damage earlier, I believe.
Okay. And then you hit it for 9?
10.
10, okay. Yeah, you bring this guy down.
Yeah.
With a flourish of your rapier, you bring this guy down.
That's
and
right.
Slash him right in the... between the ribs. He's male.
And I'm gonna slide my hex over to this guy.
Done. Let's see. There we go. Okay.
And then I'll move up to the other side of this one here.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that
Anything
way
else?
next time we'll be flanking again.
Nice. Nice. All right.
That's it for me.
They get to go. This one's gonna try to make an attack against Farewell. For for 5 plus 4, so 9. The other one's gonna
Two
go.
dodging.
Yeah, is gonna attack the elk for 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's 7. I can't roll tonight. One's gonna go after Gray for a 15 plus 4, so 9. 19, sorry, 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And the other one's gonna go after Kavik for a a 10. Okay.
Sorry.
Yep. Anji, it is your turn currently.
I'm gonna continue my not so expeditious retreat. And then
Tactical.
I'm gonna hit you this time. Oh, that's 15.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that won't hit still. But you can add your proficiency.
I'm gonna use my proficiency bonus. Make it a 17.
That'll hit. Roll me some damage.
Yeah! I've like skirt around to the other side, put both hands in front of me. I'm wearing gloves, but just through the little strip of skin between the gloves and the fuzzy sleeve, you can see these like black veins just scorch up from the wrist down beneath the sleeve and then like line themselves with gold as this eldritch blast just like filled with I cannot believe I haven't hit anything yet fires off and hits this guy square in the chest. It is gonna be 4.
Thank you, chat, for that proficiency bonus.
That can't be right.
It's either really good or really
A
bad.
D10 plus a D6, and if you have agonizing blast, you add your charisma too.
Right. Okay. That's what I was thinking because this is going to be 12 force damage
Wow.
and 1 necrotic. So 13 total.
13 total. He's looking pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
And that will do it for me.
Nice. Alright. So that'll bring us to Farewell's turn.
All right, I'm continuing to try to kill this person.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grip my longsword with both hands and slash into them.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice. That'll definitely hit.
10 points of slashing damage.
And he's down.
All right, and I am going to spend a key point. And what is it called? Use Step of the Wind to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to move right there.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Regather my myself.
Okay.
And that is it.
Alright. So then it is Evander's turn.
Alright, on this turn, the elk is going to do the same thing since this fool is still standing at the threshold.
Sure.
So elk's going to do the same thing, run away, charge this giant dwarf, and I'll roll that attack.
Okay.
That would be an 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright.
He only rolled 8 on his strength saving throw. With advantage. That's with advantage.
$20 damage. for
Oh
that.
my god, you trampled this guy flat with your giant elf. He just has hoof prints over his face, and he just looks wrecked. Like, after your elk knocks him over, there's nothing left of this body but mush. It is
Dwergar got run over by a reindeer.
That's gotta be a Christmas episode.
Dwergar got ran over by a reindeer.
So, bonus action then, Evander is going to command the elk to guard the entrance, allow none of them to leave,
Ooh,
allow no one from outside to interfere.
okay.
And he's going to walk inside. He's going to yell to his companions, keep one, and then he's going to firebolt the one that's currently, I believe, hexed.
Yes.
Whichever one's the nearest one.
Yep.
17 to hit.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
Okay, it's looking really wrecked on the damage, but it's still up. But barely. They're both looking really rough, actually. So, it is now Gray's turn. Oh, anything else, Evander?
No, that's it.
Okay, Gray's turn.
Okay. I will let other people decide which. Or I can just knock this one
Don't
out
kill.
now. Well, I know Anji can't move Hex if they are unconscious instead of dead. So, I guess this other guy will be the one that is captured. I'm going
They're looking
to.
equally wrecked. Like, one is, maybe, if you had to put a health point on it, one is looking 1 health point bigger than the other, so they're both pretty wrecked.
I'm going to.
If there were such a system.
If there were the system of the world,
Continue.
these guys had 26 health points.
It doesn't affect who I was going to attack, because I was
Okay.
going to attack the same one regardless,
I
which
know.
is the one south of me.
Okay.
Kind of sticks a leg out, kind of does a little bit more of a flourish, goes out of a spin into a stab for a natural one. But I'm at advantage because we're flanking.
Yes, you are flanking.
Oh, Jesus. 18.
Yes, that'll hit.
Thank
Yay
you,
for-
Kavik.
Yeah, the A for flanking.
All right. Gentlemen, please take 6 piercing damage.
And he's down. Between what Kavik has let loose on him and what you did before. He's gone, and this guy is like, kind of looks around and... Actually, it's Kavik's turn. We'll get to what he does on his turn.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
I pull it out of the one guy, and then I point it at this guy since I'm still in melee, and I'll be like, "Guess it's you."
He doesn't understand.
That's just more for
I
Evander.
thought it was cool.
Okay.
It's more to indicate, Evander, this is the one that we're knocking out.
Okay. That's the one you're knocking out. Alright, Kavik, it's
I
your
know
turn.
he doesn't understand.
No. Okay.
I'm going to approach him, staying out of Anji's line of fire, and I'm gonna be holding out my rapier the whole time, pointing it at him, and commanding him to drop the weapons and shrink down to your normal size, or you're going to die.
Do you have command?
I do not. I'm just like actually saying it. Sorry, I forgot command's a thing.
Okay. Sorry, you're making sure. Are you intimidating?
I would like to intimidate, yes.
Make a disadvantage because he does not speak your language, but he can read body language.
Okay.
Can I give him advantage to cancel it out since I'm doing the same thing to indicate that
Sure, that's a
he's
good idea.
surrounded?
Uh-huh.
Intimidation flank.
All right. So I've got so just a normal roll then.
Straight roll.
That's the straight roll.
Straight roll. There we go. And that's a 17 plus 1 for 18.
Oh, he backs down. He drops his pickaxe and puts his arm up.
Oh,
Does he shrink?
What do you know what shrink means? I guess, yeah, he'll shrink. And he will.
All right. Somebody tie him down until we can talk to him and understand him and get some answers out of him.
gladly.
Evander or Angie, do you think some of your mind hoodoo would be able to get inside his head and be able to understand him?
Well,
Getting there is easy. Understanding is the issue. Given a rest, I could conceivably understand anything that they say. However, I am currently not as capable now.
Were they speaking Dwarvish, Anji? Did you understand?
didn't, but excuse me, you there. I go ahead to start talking in Dwarvish. Any of this making sense to you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
Dwarvish.
fantastic. Evander, what did you want to know from this
I forgot you spoke Dwarvish.
young man here?
Well, Evander's gonna take out one of the daggers that he carries on him.
Kavik, you know medicine, correct?
I know a wee bit. Why?
If he lost an ear, would he be able? We could still. He would be fine. He wouldn't be dead, correct?
And Kavik gives a big grin with way too many teeth, and says, "I imagine he'd survive."
Oh no, hold on. He's already surrendered. We can go ahead and ask a question and then take the ear if he refuses. I say in common.
Okay, so you're not translating anything.
I think let's give him a chance to be smart.
Oh, sure. He has the option. I just need to know the response if he's not so responsive. Anji, can you ask him what he knows about Chardolin? There seem to be a fair good many invisible dwarves running around.
True enough. I'd go ahead and ask him and sort of vaguely come up with a dwarvish sounding equivalent for Chardolin.
Okay.
It's actually just it's one of those I forget the word for it, but it's just Chardolin.
Like
Sort of
proper
universal.
nouns,
Yeah, like banana.
names.
Yeah.
It translates into shiny magic rock.
And
It's a
please,
special
let
kind
him
of
know what
rock.
happens if we don't like his answer. Well, if I don't like his answer.
And Evander's gripping him by the beard with his dagger on the backside of the dude's ear.
Bring your icon
Not
over
the
here.
beard.
buddy.
I roll my
Bring your
eyes a little
token
bit.
over here, buddy.
I'm like, okay.
Get in on this.
My friend wants me to know that he's going to cause you bodily harm if you don't answer sufficiently. I'm sure you knew that already. We've already done the whole fight. Please let us know whatever you know about Chardolin. And I'm going to try and get this guy to let go of your beard so you can at least say some words. Okay, come on, Evander. Calm down. Back off for just a second.
He'll let go of the beard, but the dagger's still behind the ear.
Give me 1 second, guys. See, he kind of looks shifty and says, Zardarok.
I'm sorry?
Zardarok. Here, I'll type it in.
Zardarok.
Zardarok. Do you mind elaborating?
Fortress. Hidden in mountains.
Yes. And your purpose? Are you related to these forgers?
Fortress.
Sardarak might kill me if I kill you.
He would have killed you if you killed us.
No, if I tell you now. Why?
I see. Let me explain something to you. So, you're going to die either way. Do you want to die now or later?
Later.
Okay, so then go ahead and tell us why Zardrock.
At least he's honest.
I'm assuming.
Sardarak needs Shardalin.
And you're out here to collect it.
Yes. We collect the Shardalin.
Ah, okay.
Sardarak.
Where might we find? Do you know why in particular he might want it? If he's trying to make something in particular with it.
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Are you going to say what it is right now?
Sardarak will destroy 10 towns with Shardalin Dragon.
Oh, okay.
We have
All right.
hearth made from red dragon heart. We will make dragon out of Shardalin and kill you all.
Right. And so you have the tools, I see. As far as the materials go, how much Chardolin have you collected so far? Sort of, what kind of time clock are we looking at here?
Separate missions. Don't know.
All right. Speaking of the separate missions, then, let's just get a little bit deeper into that. How many separate missions would you say are occurring at this current moment, and where are they taking place?
Not sure. Keeps us separated from each other. We only
Tight
know,
chain of information. I can respect that.
Zardarak.
Oh.
We do not know anyone else in operation. We were supposed to wait here until Dragon flew overhead and then come out. But you ruin our plans. Kill.
We did. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and just relay all of this information to everyone. And then look at farewell. And when you hold the card up, sorry, what do you mean? Why?
Why they attacked us?
Why
Why are
here?
they here?
Why waiting?
No,
Oh,
why
so
are they trying to destroy the 10 towns?
All good
questions.
wise.
All good. Why? So, why were you waiting to ambush this little town? I assume. And why destroy 10 towns?
Why not destroy 10 towns?
One more time.
Why not destroy 10 towns?
Oh, no.
So it's not sort of a retribution thing. It's just more of a mad lust for destruction kind of angle.
Zardanin.
Evander's ears perk up at that. If wait, no, that was in.
This is all
Okay, yeah.
this guy talking to
He's saying what he wants in Dwarvish.
Bashknar Gobakur. And they're like, oh yeah, wow, sounds impressive.
What do you smell?
Oh, I'm
Man
sorry.
flesh.
Let me make sure I've got. There's no particular reason to destroy 10 towns. Maybe you just want to make the dragon.
Zardarak has secret reason, tell us.
Oh, okay. No idea. You said you don't know him, but you don't have a hunch or like a clue of where he might be?
I work for Durf. His son.
Oh, okay, that's a lead.
I mean, you said mountain,
Sorry, what did you say about Durf?
right? When you translate, he
It's his
said
son.
something. They're in the mountains. Is something he said.
Right, but there's a lot of those.
But you could maybe ask which mountain. Narrow down a little bit. I mean, there's the whole spine of the world.
Right. I'm trying to get him to be a little more specific, but also now I'm kind of like, okay, who's the next guy up, I guess. If you don't know any more specific about Zartalok.
Which he just gave, right? The dude's son,
Yes.
right? Was who he reports to.
He works
Yeah,
on
Dirk.
Zartalok's son,
Let me look.
Dearth.
Dearth.
So then do you know where
That-
Dearth might be?
No, not right now. Not at the moment.
Are you going to find out in the future?
Are they gonna meet?
He just come back occasionally.
How occasionally? You see what I'm trying to get? I'm trying to get sort of a, he'll be back here maybe like a day or two.
10 day.
Give a pattern.
Every 10 day or so. 10 to 20 days.
And the last time he was here was?
2 day ago.
Okay, Dearth's gonna be here in a little over a week.
Can we take his ear now?
He's been very cooperative. I don't see why we should.
Fair, fair. We probably shouldn't take the ear.
We said if he gave bad answers, we take the ear. He gave pretty good answers. He gets
These
it.
are
You
very
keep the ear.
helpful.
All right. Anju, one more thing.
Why are they here?
Does he know where the Chardolin is kept?
You know they might have some on them, Kavik.
All right, sir. I have 2 more questions for you.
I'll
First
start
of all-
looting the bodies while she's asking them that.
Nice.
Kavik.
You said you were supposed to wait here for the dragon to fly over. Why were you waiting here in this location? What was sort of the next step after dragon flies over?
Attack town.
This is one of the 10 towns.
All right, I'll relay that and basically say there's probably, I would assume, cells of these guys in most, if not all, maybe,
Every town.
of the 10 towns. And would you, sir, have any idea where the Chardolin is being kept until your dragon can be created?
Not important enough.
Right. But you would maybe think probably is not, maybe not with Dearth, but maybe probably with Zar. Name wasn't Zarbon. That's something from a different universe.
Zardarok.
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 We
You
got
would
it.
assume maybe.
Zardarok.
You going to kill me yet?
No, honestly, you've been very cooperative. We were actually just talking about that, whether we were going to maim you anyways. We kind of all came to the conclusion that we weren't. So thank you very much for your time.
And we're
scowled.
sleeping here.
as I'm like going around and like checking out these bodies, like I'm making sure that he looks at me, and I'll like just step on one of the giant Dwargar's faces as I walk over it and make sure he sees.
Yeah.
Okay. It's effective. It doesn't look pleased.
I'm gonna look up to my friends here. So we're just telling him we weren't going to maim him or anything, but what are we going to do with him?
He'll probably
Maybe
die out in the cold on his own.
Maybe the people back at the castle would like to know that they had people hiding in their town that were planning on destroying it.
I mean, I don't know why they would listen to us now. They didn't listen to us before. And
I
mean,
see what you're saying. I'm trying to consider the optics on it.
We actually didn't promise not to kill him. We promised not to maim him. I feel like now that we've gotten some of the necessary information, there's no reason to keep him. There's no reason to let an enemy run free either.
They
Just kill
already
him. Just be quick.
they already lost the fight. Just let the fight be the fight.
Fine, then we compromise. We kick him out of the elements. Can't imagine one person on their own out in this godforsaken place can survive for too long if that makes some of us happy. God, that's why we all joined up.
Think about this,
Hey.
Kavik. Damn it! I did
Break
it!
my-
I did it, and I haven't been doing it. Kavik.
Yeah, try and take more of a middle road or a pacifist route, but I do want to say, what are the chances we let him go, and then he finds more of his friends in other towns, if he survives, it's just a slim chance, and then communicates all faces to everyone.
Well,
that sort of thing.
Let's run with that idea. Either he says, "Hey, we tried to attack them and they absolutely whooped the floor with us. Leave them alone." Or, "Hey, they might be a problem," and then we run into more of these guys and we get more information and the Chardolin that they're taking. Because they come out of hiding.
I just didn't feel comfortable leaving an enemy to possibly attack us again.
Sometimes a loose thread leads you to the spool.
Kavik, I
and
think
sometimes a loose Dwergar can cut my throat while I sleep. And I look over at Farewell and I just kind of mime like crossbow. Like,
no one's gonna cut your throat in your sleep except me if I felt like it, which I don't. So no one's gonna cut your throat in your sleep.
Kavik, I think we may
maybe Farewell.
We may just take the middle road here. Allow him to run. If the elements take him, so be it. I feel that's the most fair.
All right. Well, I'll be patching up this gashing, bloody arm wound. You all decide what you want to do. If there's any more questions you have, feel free to ask.
Evander's gonna call out to the elk who still has to stand outside, and will change his commands because he told him not to let the dwarves out. He'll say,
"Right, elk. Step aside. You can let him pass. Follow him to the end of town. Just make sure he doesn't double back to slit our throats, all right?"
What do elks do?
After he leaves, come back.
Make deer noise.
I'll grip the Duergar's arm, like from behind, and sort of lead him towards the door. Sort of push him out into the night.
Okay. All right.
Well, Evander's gonna psychically link with the elk because technically it's a creature, and I can still do that, and it understands common.
God.
Nice.
So he's going to give it secret instructions.
Oh no.
To once the dwarf is on the end of town, run it down, bury it in snow, come back.
All right. The Duergar says, "Thank you for my life." To you, in Dwarvish, and then goes on his way with the elk trailing behind it.
Be safe.
Thank you. You too. No, I'm kidding.
It was so sweet.
Take luck.
So.
God, I hope he has a high dexterity score.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That happens.
Well, I'm going to look for a fireplace.
Yeah, I'm starting to lead in all of our axe speaks.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in here for them, and the you can there. It looks to be a worn-out old fireplace in the corner, the southeastern corner that you can start a fire in. But otherwise, it looks like, maybe there is like stairs leading up, but it's just empty rooms, nothing in them.
Yeah, once I'm done with everything, I'm going to take up a spot in a corner, sort of in shadows, and just stand up and keep watch.
Okay. Yeah, the warmth radiates out from the forest because first law of thermodynamics, and anything you guys want?
I'm gonna find a corner, maybe a little bit away from everybody else, but still, close enough to the fire to get a little bit of heat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull out all of my tinkering stuff from my pack and, go back to work, just muttering to myself and just every once in a while just looking up and glaring over at Gray.
You gonna say something with your eyes, or are you just gonna look at me?
I hold out my hand and I snap my fingers, and your axe that I had enchanted as a returning weapon like flies out of your belt into my hand. I take a screwdriver and I dig out the kind of engraved metal coin that I, use to enchant it, and then I just drop it to the floor and I take the coin and start fiddling with it with the lantern that I picked up in the last town.
All right. I'll get up. And I'll walk over to you. And I'll pick up the axe. Put it in my belt. And I'm leaving. Out into the snow.
Gray.
Thump. Door.
Okay.
Bloody do-gooder.
I follow Gray after like a count of 5.
Okay.
Head up.
Are you sneaking behind him, or are you just going?
I'm just gonna follow him on
Okay.
a sneak. I just want to make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
Okay.
So you're not sneaking, so you'll make yourself known that
Yeah,
you're
I'm
following behind.
probably about 30 feet behind you.
Okay. I'll he walked back up towards the castle and the inn that we were told that we couldn't stay at.
Mm-hmm.
Are there windows in
Yes.
the upstairs
In the
of that
upstairs.
inn?
Yes.
If I know it's dark. I know I don't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any light on in those rooms upstairs?
Yes. There are 2 lights on out of 8. It also depends if you still have a light shining on your head.
That would have been long gone by now.
Okay.
But I can see light coming out of the windows from in those
Yeah, just faint
two of the
candlelight.
rooms. I don't really know what to do. He doesn't really know what to do. He's pissed off. He probably keeps on walking back and forth between the gate of the castle and the inn, kind of like just marching and trudging through the snow angrily.
Crunch,
I as much as he is angry, I don't want to start some new shit.
Gotcha.
At least right now. Give me some time to think. Give him some time to think.
Okay. Anji?
Back at the inn,
Yep.
Anji had set herself up in front of the fire and was kind of pulling out those, like, that ream of paper that she had put all the sort of, like, spell circles on and stuff. As this whole, and, like, she was looking at them and all the papers have kind of started, the ink for some reason has, like, it's not like she's gotten, like, wet or anything recently, but all the ink has started to smudge and almost like the symbols are, like, just sort of wiggling out of place into random parts of the paper, which is, who knows why this is happening, but it is eternally frustrating because now she can't even pay even a small bit of debt tonight. And then this whole bullshit happens behind her. And so as soon as Grace stops out of the room, after like a good 5 or 10 sort of seconds, she's going to turn to Kavik and just be like, must you antagonize him? Must you both always antagonize each other?
his altruism is gonna get one of us killed.
Sure.
It's
And
not.
so
It's
is
not
not just
practical
yours, but
to
Evander
leave
is
an enemy.
also constant violence.
I'm sorry.
I don't-
Constant violence.
Or
Did somebody
threatens
say
of violence.
violence?
You want to start a fight, you keep doing what you're doing, honestly.
I threaten. What have I done today?
Consistently
I'll-
threatened the 3 to 4 people we've spoken to.
Very true. Did I follow through on those? I don't think I did.
No, but did we find a decent place to sleep that wasn't infested by giant dwarves?
I'm sorry, could you have gotten us into that keep? Because if so, I would have loved if you did.
All I'm saying is that this path obviously isn't working. And antagonizing each other and getting us to constantly fight each other also isn't working.
I thought we were working together swimmingly. To be fair, I feel this is just a road bump. All families fight.
And you, Kavik, how do you feel?
Families are just a distraction.
You guys
Edgy.
have a lot of emotional baggage. Jeez.
All I care about is finding ways to improve the world with my inventions. And I need Shardolin to do that. And apparently, these giant jagoff dwarves are trying to use that same Shardolin to destroy. And so to allow one of them just to walk off scot-free really puts a burr under my saddle. It is untactical, and it is going to get us killed. If he really cared about keeping this family, if you want to call it that, safe, he would have done what is necessary.
To be fair, Kavik, I honestly agree with you on that point. Why I brought it up.
Why
in
are
the
you
first
all
place
in
when
my
we were
face
fighting.
about it?
I'm not getting in your face about your attitude towards the dwarf or killing him. I'm getting in your face about stripping the magic out of the weapon you gave Gray earlier, which also isn't helping our cause to find the Shardolin.
He doesn't need it. He's got like 20,000 weapons. What does he need with my returning axe?
But we do need to stay together at some point. I
Have
believe
I
he will
left?
come back,
He's the one that's left.
and then he will be gone forever.
Good
We're
riddance.
stronger as a 5, and with his 20,000 weapons.
And,
And what other magic
and
insanity
the
he's got
sled, and
going
he
on
also
recently.
navigates the party.
Yeah.
I create better weapons than that. Like he's just now he's not angry. Now he's just sulking.
Oh.
We need the both of you. You to make the weapons and for him to swing them around like the giant do-gooder brute that he is. That's pretty much the point I'm trying to make.
All right. I probably didn't handle getting my magic back maybe in the right way. I'm just saying.
Was that on purpose? The handle joke?
It was
No, Jim
it
would
was
have
not.
Jim
It
would have
was
made
nice.
a bigger deal about that if you did. But
Like I would have waggled eyebrows or something.
yes, that's
Tell you what, if you can find some way to improve another aspect of his life, you could probably pass this off as you being petty about helping him in the future. Take the time
Well, I
to
am.
prove something else for him.
I kind of hold up this lamp that I've been working on. It's like, well, this lantern is almost done, and it will help us find any kind of dangerous creatures that are about. That could help us.
I'd say that'd help us wonderfully out there in the wilderness. I think that's a great idea.
Can you incorporate
That's
what you took? Can you incorporate what you took from his axe into that design?
I have. That's part of how I do my artificing. Is I've got just certain ideas about like a plan, but I can only make a certain number of plans. I've only got a certain amount of energy. And I needed the energy that I used in his axe.
Communication.
Yeah, maybe next time just say that. I don't think it's that big. Yeah.
Sorry, you're right. Anger is not logical. Pettiness
Although it
is
is powerful.
not rational.
I'm in place for both.
Passion leads to anger. No, anger leads to passion. And passion leads to the dark side.
That's right. I did not want to fall to the dark side. TM.
That's a
Thank
different
you
game.
both for hearing me out, though it was rather sudden. On that note, Kavik, do you mind if I borrow a piece of paper? All of mine seems to be ruined.
Let's see what I've got here, and kind of, smuggles through his pack, and he pulls out a couple of crinkled sheets of A4, fantasy A4.
A4. Okay. Well, she starts like smoothing it out on the top of her knee. Like, I think I could make this work. Thank you very much. I'm going to do a quick.
Like you're trying to fit it into
Don't mind me.
machine.
I'm just
Like you're trying to smooth out a 10.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
At this point, Anji, you get a voice in your head, similar to the one you had before, and it says, "This call is for Miss Anji. Please wait while we connect." After a moment, you get Miss Angie, Miss Angie.
Not the mispronouncing of the name.
Yeah.
This is Anji. First, but yes, this is she.
Hello, my name is Kelly. I'm your new network representative.
Oh, fantastic! What happened to Ludmilla?
Oh well, you know how things go here. Fast circulation of representatives sometimes.
Right.
Faster than others. But well, I'm your new marketing mentor, as you know. And congratulations on the completion of your last soul circle. You're now a level 46 purple lotus.
Oh, Okay, that's fantastic news. That's fantastic news. And what does that entail exactly?
Well, since you've completed the soul circle, you know how important that is down here.
Right. Yes, of course.
Well, that means that your last conquest killed himself. Congratulations! Yes, you are responsible for one Ronaldo Brumfire, right? Ronaldo? Ronaldo.
Yes. Yes, I was, I guess.
Yes, he killed himself out of loneliness and despair, after learning he will never meet his wife and son in the afterlife, since he promised his soul to the master.
Well, that is both wonderful and terrible news.
But you get your membership perks now.
Right. Yes, let's get on to that.
Your balance has gone from 500,000 Wait, 5,594 to 495,050 points.
That is entirely so much more manageable. I am greatly excited, and it has been a pleasure to meet you, Kaylee. I have to say I am in a bit of a...
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
before you leave this call, please remember that you will receive your new user manual in your backpack right about now.
And all the ruined pages of the like spell sheets and stuff, like all the little squiggles, like turn around into like legible words and stuff, and like reform themselves into like the grimoire tone for level 3. Oh, okay. I've just received it. Confirmation.
Wonderful, wonderful. We like to do this thing while we have you, because we never know where it would end up. It's probably in the wrong hands of someone that couldn't use it at all. But you know how things are here. Anything else you'd like today? Would you like to stay on hold for a compliment to the representative, perhaps, or?
You know, I'll call you back. I'll find your manager. I'll call you back to fill out the survey. I have to go. I'm in a bit of a. Oh, thank you very much.
No problem. You have a nice day now.
Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
The book is in my hands. I legitimately.
That was amazing.
Almost throw it into the fire. I mean, just like I'm like freaking. I freak out. Like jump to my feet. Oh, nature calls. I just like screech and like burst out of the door just before. I mean, hyperventilating. Yeah, I'm just hyperventilating. I like find the first like couple of trees or thickets I can find and just fall down into the snow.
Yep.
I do not know how to verbally describe. She probably like throws up a little bit too.
Okay.
It's really fucked up.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Andre leaving a heap, and you see Gray down the way just storming back and forth. Well,
yeah.
Well, not concerned, but a interested farewell looks on.
I'm probably leaning on like a nearby fence post where I can see the whole track and just like watching.
I know exactly what I'm doing now when
and you
we
see
get
a giant elk make its way back into the town.
Okay.
So, next couple minutes, you guys want to do anything?
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to.
We can. It's 10. We can take a pause here, or we can go on for a couple more minutes just to wrap up this so you guys can level up for the evening. Let's do that. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just finish up a couple role-playing things. And I'll let you level up.
He storms back and forth for a couple minutes, seeing that like he sees that farewell is here. He's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's like up to one door and he's about to knock on it and he's like he like goes up to the gate and he's like got the axe and he wants to and then he finally spins around and he like looks at you, farewell, and he's like, they think that I'm some sort of goody two-shoes. They think that I'm being weak. Kavik was a soldier. I was a soldier. I've done my fair share of horrible things to survive. I know he has too. But I gave play. He says he's a smart man. Exactly. We've all done it. However, I gave reasoning. We could have brought him to the castle. We could have let him pass it on to his people because he gave us plenty of information, but not enough. We could have followed him to see where he went. There were so many different possibilities. I thought of them. I'm not stupid. Sometimes I think they think I'm stupid just because I'm a little out of touch. They're the ones that are out of touch. If we go through all of these towns ripping nothing but bloody murder and manipulation, They're going to close our doors to us like all of the people here. Everything that we have achieved so far, we have either killed or lied for. These people are suffering. These people are hardy. These people are tired. They all obviously need help, and no one wants to ask for anything. I understand that. But if we just keep taking, and if we keep fighting, and if we keep lying and deceiving, we're going to be the ones caught out in the cold. Do they not see that? Kavik is obviously a brilliant man, but he's not thinking past the immediate. An immediate problem that has a complex solution. But did he think to get a sled for our supplies? How was he going to carry the Chardolin head off of the damn statue? Where was he going to go? What was he going to do? He doesn't think past the first step. If it wasn't for thinking past the first step, we would be wandering around in the middle of the snow. But they don't see that. Now we're going to go and we're going to find this Chardolin. We're going to run into more of these people. And we're not going to have all the information. Are we going to find the druid? What if the druid turns us away as well? Everyone's turning us away. I don't deserve this. I've put too many years.
Roll me a D100.
Farewell carves with the longsword in the snow. You are right.
60.
60 or 16?
60.
Oi! You from before? From the castle. You hear this.
I am.
We cleared it with the speaker and, you're they're allowed in now. In fact, we apologize wholeheartedly for our behavior from before. It is, just a very sensitive time in the town right now, and we didn't mean to sound so callous.
There's been hard times for a lot of people. I look over it for a while.
Listen, all we're saying is that we were told to not disturb the speaker, and we took that a little too far, and in fact, we'd like to welcome you with open arms, you and your party.
Unfortunately, it's just us two right now.
You two are more than welcome inside.
I look at Farewell.
I point the point of my longsword once in the snow by where I put it back on my back and turn towards the castle.
Okay.
I would love to meet your speaker. I'm sure the others will be by in the morning.
Sounds wonderful. Please, sir, let me come down and escort you in. And the door begins to come down. There are these metal, like, portcullis gates that go up, and there are two sets of them. So it's door, portcullis, door. And they all open for you. And this one, let's see this one human, male, in his late 20s says, I am sorry, my name is Horvor.
Horvor? Hodor.
Huarwar. We took our responsibilities a little too, enthusiastically.
You did your duty. You're trying to keep your speaker safe. That's not something that I would fault you for. I protected someone at the time.
Shall we, do you mind if we close the gate? 'Cause these are troubling times, but we will keep an eye out for your friends.
Be my guest. Cold tonight.
It is tonight. And he will usher you inside to the courtyard, and we'll see what the other half is doing. So, Anji, you are in the middle of the snow, getting slightly ill.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep having a panic attack for about, I don't know, a little while longer. So can we go back inside for? Can we go back inside first?
Okay. Kavak and I did too. Kavak and Evander are there. Sorry.
Yeah, Evander just I already rolled for this. He's gonna pop out the 2 last beasts for the day.
Okay.
Oh wait, how he only has 1 left because technically this morning the badger came out.
Oh, right. The badger came out. Right.
That was still today. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he just popped out 1. So the first one that I rolled was a 5. So a panther
Cool.
is in the room, and he's going to give the panther a rundown of what the rest of the members of the party look like, and he's simply just going to say, "If anyone else tries to get in, you wake me up. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep. Keep us safe. Warn me of anything spooky." And he's gonna go to sleep and just have the panther watch the door.
Okay.
Or I guess prowl around.
Okay, Kavak? Kavak?
Kavak is going to finish working on this lantern, and well, counting this period as a long rest, this will be him making, instead of the returning weapon, it'll be him making the lantern of tracking, which is a hooded lantern that burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil and has bright light and a 30-foot radius and dim for an additional 30. This is a lantern of tracking for aberrations, and it can't be changed from that. And like, while the lantern is within 300 feet of any creature of that type, its flame burns bright green. The lantern doesn't pinpoint the creature's exact location, however.
Okay.
So I light this lantern and use its light to continue working on another piece of equipment that I had started tinkering with that begins to take the shape that looks like a metal scorpion. And I take it and I use its legs and claws to kind of like wrap itself around my forearm and lay the stinger down flat until it kind of reaches my elbow. And so I've created this metal scorpion-like device, which will be
awesome.
be revealed about that next time.
Yeah. And then does that count as your long rest, or?
So it's like, I feel like it says it can take place after a long rest.
Okay.
I'm hoping we can kind of retcon it that I can just tinker on this stuff and then I'll be able to get a few hours.
Then you sleep on it.
Yeah.
Then I get a few hours of sleep with this lantern still lit next to me, in case I see it turn green.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do.
Good shit, Jim.
It's like Sting.
It's all love.
Alright. Alright, anyone else doing anything big? Or small?
I mean, after about 10 or so minutes of kind of going through the going from hyperventilating to like starting to try and kind of calm down and taking a lot of deep breaths. Anji, she sits outside for a little while and gets very, very cold. Because I'm assuming it's extremely cold outside. But she lets herself get cold to the point of like, you know, a bit of an ache, like a bit of a bone jitter and things before she finally is able to kind of calm herself down enough to get up and try and re-enter the abandoned inn. It's almost like performative, I guess, the way she sort of like shakes a bit of the snow out of her hair and tries to act, I guess, a little bit more like even bombastic even than she usually is. Gives an enthusiastic greeting to the panther. Comments very loudly about this new invention of Kavix, and loudly announces that I will be retiring for the evening, and if anyone needs me, don't. And tucks herself into her bedroll, facing into the fire.
Okay.
Oh, before she does that, as soon as she sees that grimoire, though, she is going to snatch that up and stuff it as deep into her satchel as she possibly can, and then get into her bedroll.
Okay. And we will flip back to Gray and Farewell real quick. Harwar will escort you into the main gate. In the snowy courtyard, where footprints in the snow lead to various doors along the courtyard's perimeter, including a tall double door to the keep, and its unwelcoming row of arrow slits and barred windows on the upper floor. To the east of the double door is a small single-story building with a slanted snow-covered roof. West of the double door are two unused merchant stalls with torn canopies. Tucked under some icy stars in the northwest corner is a slender wooden hut with a crescent moon carved into its flimsy door. So I'm going to move you back to the keep map. Just you two so you can see where you are. I mean, everyone can see the outside of the keep that isn't in the keep, but please don't go in the keep. And you two are escorted into this, go through this door, and are in the main room. There. Which is, I just to make sure I say that. This one grand hall is dimly lit by chandeliers that are missing most of their candles. 3 long tables in the center of the hall are littered with dirty dishes, which a young we're not gonna do that right now. With dirty dishes. A stone staircase ascends to a pair of 20-foot high balconies that hug the walls. On the north landing, directly across from the main entrance, hangs a banner depicting the town's heraldry, a stone watchtower on a dark blue field, the horizontal redfish facing to the right under the tower. So it's just their flag, their banner. And the guard says, please go into this room, it's very comfortable. We'll be with you. The speaker is sleeping right now, you see. We'll be with you in the morning, but please take your comfort inside here. And you're led into the speaker's den if you want to go in. Which I'm going to reveal to you.
Yeah, which door is it?
It is this one.
Can I move myself in there?
Yep. And you find it to be finely furnished, well appointed, very comfortable furnishings abound with a fire burning in the hearth right there, very cushy chairs with large ottomans, and again, I apologize, these accommodations we'll have to do right now for the night. Forgive me.
I put a hand up to stop him and I just say, thank you for your hospitality. I would love to speak with the speaker.
Of course. We will, I'll close the door behind us and please, just holler out into the hallway if you need anything. You saw the outhouse around the corner. There's blankets over the bookshelves. We like to keep it very cozy for the speaker himself, and yes. We'll keep an eye out for your friends in case they turn up during the night or the morning, too.
Okay.
And he will exit.
Like, sits on, like, one of the cushions and, like, is just...
It is one of the softest cushions you've sat in a very long time, Gray.
I know. I thought it would.
Yeah. 10 Towns does not have any comfy cushions.
It's like the entire weight of the day is, like, in my armor. Because he just sinks. He doesn't fall asleep immediately, but he's just like, if I close my eyes, it's almost like I'm almost.
I'm gonna take a spade. I don't know if there's a stool I could move, or I'm just gonna have to stand. But I'll stand in the corner of the room where I could see both doors.
There is a desk and a chair to the south wall. Sorry. So you can sit right. You can sit at the desk or next to the desk.
Yeah, I would move the chair so I'm pretty much in that corner, so I could see
Okay.
both doors really easily.
Sure.
And then I. Whoops, that's upside down.
Yeah.
I'm tired too, I guess. And I'd hold us up to Gray. And
I will. And since the DM needs to end the session, we can fade this to black, but I wanted to say before it does, if you'll listen, I'd like to tell you a little bit about where I came from.
Okay.
Fade
Wow.
to black.
Big cliff.
Yeah. Dun dun dun. Well done, guys. Wow, that was a great episode. Didn't go anywhere near where I expected to go, but it was it was perfectly perfect. It was so perfect. Everyone
It's all
just
love,
was so
Jim.
themselves.
Every
Yeah.
bit of it is love.
Yep, everyone was just so themselves this episode. That was excellent. So, chat, I see a few of you in there with us. If this is the time of night where we award a player a natural 20 for next episode to use for their excellence in role-playing or combat. Usually role-playing, I try to award for role-playing. Players, do you have any ideas about who you want to give it to, or?
This week sucks again.
You all
I
had
gotta
very
remind-
dramatic moments.
Even if it does. Where are you gonna go, Nate?
Well, I was gonna say that I know we don't typically try to give it to the same person twice. So my vote would have been for Ink. However, is it possible that we can give you, Sarah,
Yes.
DM's inspiration?
Yeah.
That collect
Oh,
call.
no.
Was
I would
such-
give. Yeah, I would go for that.
So
It was such a
good.
well-needed
I'm
moment
good
of
with that.
comedy. It was such a well-needed moment of comedy after something so tense.
Dramatic.
And you just
It was
also did it
perfect.
really well.
It was
Aw,
perfect.
thank you,
Yeah.
guys. Here's what I'll do. I'll give
Yeah.
you one group, roll, not 20. One group, not 20, and I'll give myself DM's inspiration for one roll. If that works
Okay.
with you. So, if you want to use the nat 20 next week, someone call it out and tell me. Otherwise, it'll just be, there, sitting there. So it'll be a pool. So, well done, well done. Well, on that note, next time, in one night, you want to kill someone with a giant stag, tear a friendship asunder, break someone's axe, and then build a new thing for them as well. Follow someone creepily around in the snow, and have a panic attack. Do it all with great panache. And don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Alright, bye guys.
Bye.